What's going on, everyone? Swinging Bull here, joined by Stock Savvy Shy and the one and the only Wolf Financial. Welcome, y'all. Good to see you. Going to be going over NVDA earnings, and then, of course, CrowdStrike is also reporting earnings. I can kind of just touch base on a couple basics, and then y'all can kind of jump in whenever. Let me just pull up some quick things here. So consensus EPS for NVIDIA, 65 cents. Forecast revenue, 28.24 billion. So we'll see what the data comes in at and if they meet those expectations or not. And of course, we'll be looking for forward guidance and some other things that I'm sure Wolf and Shai will touch on here as we move through. Let's see here. So yeah, I mean, we were talking about this the other day. NVIDIA always has a pretty easy time beating the EPS. Looking at the past 10 earnings of EPS data here, nice and green. One little red blip down here from November of 2022, but they just barely missed. I mean, they basically did, they didn't miss that bad there. We know NVIDIA is capable of making a move. Me and Shai were talking about this a couple days ago. I think it's, like an average of a 9% move or something from previous earnings. So that's kind of what we're doing. I did set up an inverse iron condor with the Discord members. I can go over that trade right now, unless y'all want to chime in and maybe talk about some things, and I can go over the NVIDIA trade later. It's up to y'all. I'm kind of here as a guest.
So let me just do some commentary on CrowdStrike real quick, because that's being released right at the close. I think it's at 4 or 5. So CrowdStrike today, honestly, I was caught off guard on the option chain. It's a very light volume. I thought there would be excessive volume due to the fear associated with their earnings, where it's the first time that CrowdStrike is publicly talking about that outage from 6 weeks ago. I thought there'd be a lot more of like positioning for this week's expiration. We're not really seeing that. We're seeing the flow come in kind of last hour or so. I just full disclosure, I do have some 260 puts for this Friday, purely as protection, because as you guys are aware, this is a 10% position for me, and I have no visibility on what they're going to do on their guidance. I'm underwriting a 5 to 8% reduction on their guide, but if they take it down completely, or they take away specific metrics like ARR or module adoption completely off the table, this will not be a good reaction, especially in a stage 4 breakdown on their chart. As long as they stay under that $300 level, this could retest 220, 230 very quickly. I don't think that's going to happen, because I've been very adamant with everyone here that good corporate governance, if you're going to do something that excessive, you pre-announce. We got no pre-announcement on their earnings. So I do think that it's going to be pretty minimal, the impact, especially after yesterday's SentinelOne earnings call, where a lot of that conference call was pure FUD, and there's no actual evidence that they're taking market share from CrowdStrike. They're just saying a lot of bullish language, and because of that language, there was no proof of actual fundamentals, or like a great example I just mentioned earlier was if the CEO mentioned that we had to increase our hiring, or we opened a ton of new positions to fulfill the demand for our endpoint product because customers want to get off CrowdStrike, there's proof you can see on the website or Google Analytics that's actually happening. They didn't mention that comment either. So I think that's kind of why I think it was a lot of fluff, and you're seeing Sentinel really not go green even after a decent report. And that is a great pre-read, in my opinion, for CrowdStrike, where they're not going to lose market share in the near term. Maybe in a year or two, but you have to ask yourself, like, does that even going to matter then? Like, there's going to be a ton of new news flow. We have an election. We have a potential recession. Like, there's so much news flow that could occur next 12 to 18 months that this outage, which was very short-lived, might not be that much of an impact down the line. And you wouldn't be able to tell with CrowdStrike's 50% dip, and they still have the best of breed endpoint product. And all I want right now is pure just clarity on the report, on their earnings. Maybe like, this is my best case scenario. I get asked this all the time. George on the call says we're anticipating around $300 million in fines that we have to pay for the customers due to the outage. However, we're going to put $400 to $500 million on the sidelines just in case. But that's our range. So they need to provide some kind of range on potential fines, so that we can remove all FUD of billions of dollars, 10, 5 billions of dollars, quantify it, do a range, and then also make some comments that we're not really seeing any churn. We're actually seeing a decent amount of it's a minimal downward revision. So like, I just want them to create clarity and no more connecting the dots on what the worst case scenario would be. So that's my goal for CrowdStrike. could care less on what their guide is as much. I just need clarity.
Real quick, Shai, before you keep going, just because there's actually pretty limited time here, and the stonks.com competition, they only have 8 minutes left to actually participate because it closes at the close. So I wanted to give it a second to let some people get in here. But if you haven't already, go to stonks.com.
Gov, do you want to share your screen and show?
Yeah, I can share my screen real quick and just show exactly how this works for people that haven't had a chance to check it out. You're going to go right into stonks.com. I recommend when you go in, you'll come to the homepage. You'll see it'll say play right here. Their video. You'll see down here, there is a full-on competition. You can go ahead and you can make predictions on where you believe NVIDIA is going to close at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight after earnings come out. If you use my code or Shai's code, my code is wolf_financial. Or Shai, what's your code?
I don't have one. It's just in my link in my recent post in my profile.
Okay. Mine's wolf_financial if you go there. Or, I did put up a link as well. People can go ahead and click that to go in there. And then you just go right here. If you think, let's say, NVIDIA is going to drop a bunch off of earnings, you can say, hey, I think it's going to go down 15%. If you you just hit confirm. If you think it's going to go up, you can say, all right, I think we're going to jump a little bit. Now, obviously, you want to try to put in like to the cent if possible, just because you can see that there have been 24,500 that have been put in, and the top 30%. Top 30%. Now, a lot of people have put in multiple. Top 30% are going to split a $10,000 prize. Closer you get to it, more money you're going to be able to make. You can see myself. I've made a fair share of predictions inside of here. The way that I recommend going about it is if you use my code, you'll get 25 tickets put into your account, and you can do what I call spray and pray. So you don't have to decide if you think it's just going to go up or just go down. You can go in here and you can just put a bunch and then take your share of that $10,000. I'd really love for someone that's watching us in our chat, one of our followers, to win it. I'd rather you win it than me. So that's what I say is just get in there and just make some predictions just like that. You can see it took me a second to put it in.
I just did 13 predictions as you were speaking. Nice. I'm going to do more.
Literally. I mean,
everyone make sure to use those links that Wolf's given out in Shai because like you said, 25 free entries. So
you want to grab the free entries. Those are super key. I just put my link into the chat for anybody that wants to take a look at it. Shai's is on his profile as well, but they're super easy to make. You can see hundreds coming in here. I mean, a bunch, just more than I can even, faster than I can even see. Shai, what's your username?
Stock Savvy Shai. So actually mine's exactly like Gov's, except instead of wolf_financial, it's Stock Savvy Shai.
Yep, correct.
I've done so many different predictions. I'm sure I've done some of them like twice by now, which is probably just a waste of my prediction. But
the cool part is you can see the sentiment. Look, right now 64% is bullish, and that's with 25,000 predictions. So like that's maybe indicating the positioning ahead of the prints. And I'll be open like right now. Like I am going pretty hard in the 120 to 123 range. I think that's where NVIDIA is going to be settling in, and I'm seeing a ton of different bets in that range.
Why 120 to 123? That's only about 3 to 5% down.
I think it's going to be a strong earnings with a decent good guide, but not great. But it's going to find a balance at 120, which is a key resistance, and probably settle like at that level. Again, that's just. In order to do this, you should have one specific theme, and my theme is it's just gonna be set on 120. I'm gonna do a bunch of predictions there, but
and I'm only just emphasizing this. You have 4 minutes left to make predictions. So if you haven't gotten in there, go get your 25. Just put in the code, or just go through one of our links that I put up, and then just start dropping predictions like a madman inside of this chat. Just start getting them in. NVIDIA's trading at it shows the current price right here. You have 3.5 minutes. So, Shai, if there's anything you want to comment on.
Wow. Someone just did a ton of 158s. That would be wild if NVIDIA hit 155, 158.
Let's do it. 25% gain, everybody. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to see. Shai, what's the highest end that you could see it going?
150. I think we break all-time highs, and there's going to be a psychological level of 150. And I mean, to be honest, like 150, it shows exactly the percentage needs to go up if you put the prediction. Like right now, I'm saying 150. That's a 19% move. As a $3 trillion company, you're predicting it's going to go up 600 billion in value nearly in one afternoon. Freaking, that's a Tesla. Tesla's almost worth like 700 billion. So it's going to go up worth a Tesla amount if it hits 150. Wild.
What if you just imagine I just put in just to be the top one? We're going 1,000, baby.
Oh, the price is right.
That's going to the moon.
You're right. Maybe that's actually a great strategy. Maybe I just do so excessive, like 170, and there's gonna be like nobody in that range just in case. Or you can do $95 and we can all cry and you guys can give us the money for the tissues if it breaks 100. Mark,
I can make money. I can make money if it goes up or down. Now, I don't want to make it seem like that there's no risk there because there is risk. But with inverse iron condor, I have set up. Let me just kind of just show that real quick. Are you good to go, Wolf? I can go over this real quick.
Yeah, here. I can stop sharing. People have 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes to enter the contest, everyone. So make sure you use one of those links that Wolf and Shai provided and get your free entries. And you just got a couple minutes to get everything in there. This was a trade that I set up today for the Discord members. This is an inverse iron condor, which is the opposite of a traditional iron condor. Traditional iron condor, you have a credit spread on each side of the price. The inverse is a debit spread on each side of the price. A traditional iron condor, we're trying to trap the price of NVIDIA in the middle. That's not what we're doing here. The inverse iron condor is what we deploy when we're expecting a sizable move. And this is where we actually want the price of NVIDIA to break out of a certain range. And you can, if you're looking at my screen here, you can see this red 10. So this is where my risk is on the red 10. But what my bet is August 30th expiration. Basically have a call debit spread above the price. I'll try and make this quick because the closing bell is about to ring. I basically sold the 137 call. At the same time, I bought a 136 call. And then this is a multi-leg, four-leg option trade. So I'm doing all this at the same time. Then I bought a 114 put and sold a 113 put. What that did is form a debit spread on each side of the price of NVIDIA. What my bet is by Friday, if the price of NVIDIA is either above 136 or below 113, and there's two ways to win this trade. So this is why I like deploying these kinds of trades because it's not really biased to one direction. Like if I just had the call debit spread, obviously we need the price to go up. A trade like this, if NVIDIA goes to the moon, I get paid. If it burns to the ground, I get paid. So, not really, there's more ways to win it. Almost a 1-1 risk reward. The bottom line is we don't want the price of NVIDIA staying in this red tent. And you can clearly see on the table, if we don't get the move that we're looking for tonight or tomorrow morning, I can easily stop out of this play for very minimal loss compared to what the max loss is showing. So you don't really want to hold this to Friday if it's still stuck in the red 10.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. Everyone get your orders in. Everyone use your tickets. Use your free tickets.
Okay.
There's the closing bell right there.
Closed. It was that last one that I was about to get in that I couldn't get in. That would have been the winner, Shai. That was the one.
What was the number? I'm curious. Do you still have it?
114.99 was gonna be the winner, but you know what? Someone else will have to take it.
So a little bit of stats here, y'all. With all the entries that were submitted, 64% are bullish, 36% are bearish. So just kind of a
they had 1,000 entries in the last 3 minutes.
Wow, 25,660 entries total. So there's lots of participation here. A lot of people going after that $10,000, trying to get a piece of it or a big chunk of it. And we're going to find out. So 4:20 p.m. Eastern, that's when the data comes out, right? So I know Shai probably has his other screens pulled up. So when that data comes out, we'll be able to give everyone some numbers there. Okay, and just a quick question, Shai, for your CrowdStrike trade. So you're currently long shares, but you have a downside hedge in place. Is that a longer dated put option, I'm assuming?
No, it's for this Friday. It's just
okay,
in
cool.
case there's a strategy where they take their guide down significantly or take it away. It's going to puke from probably close to, I don't want to say like 230, 240 maybe. So I got some 260 puts. Just to protect yourself.
So obviously you're going to be cashing in that insurance by Friday if there's
ASAP tomorrow. This is just
and that'll help adjust any loss that you're taking on your shares that you're long on. So that's good there. You're covered.
100%.
So,
it's just we don't have that much information from the company, so I can only fill in the blanks so much where I don't want to be heavily exposed, especially after I am outperforming the market right now. I want to keep that the way
Right.
I want
Yeah,
to
you
keep
don't want to give back any gains that you've been making this year.
100%.
So, yeah, absolutely. All right, let me go to kind of
All
a
right,
zoom
so a
in
couple other
on-
stocks we have. We do have CRM
Yeah.
reporting Salesforce. That's a big one for enterprises. We also have another cybersecurity Okta. Pure Storage is is doing great this year as well. Like there's a ton of names, not just CrowdStrike and NVIDIA, but I mean Salesforce looks like numbers might be out. It's kind of wonky, but
Yeah,
either way,
it's a little
3
volatile.
minutes into CrowdStrike, and I think the numbers will do okay, like good, but the stock will really move from the conference call due to whatever George says about the impact to the fines and also like what they're going to do after this huge Black Swan event, this Y2K event they caused. Okta numbers are out. They disappointed, down 8% after market. 9%. It is just going down. I don't know what the numbers are, but
Salesforce is cruising here.
Yeah, Salesforce is going up almost $10 a share.
yeah, Okta is down
After
11%
hours.
now. Jeez.
All right, Salesforce CRM earnings are released. Q2 revenue of 9.33 million. What is this? 9,330,000,000. I don't know why they wrote it this way. Anyways, they beat. They beat. Adjusted EPS is a beat as well, 2.56 versus the estimates of 2.35. Q2 adjusted operating margin of 33.7%. Salesforce up 3% here in after hours.
Kudos for them. Kudos for them. I will say CRMs are going to get disrupted from AI. And you're seeing that already when Klarna, I'm probably butchering the name, Klarna said today that they're not using Workday and Salesforce anymore because AI is going to replicate their product and they're just going to create an in-house version. That's the proof today of like, oof.
They beat by, yeah, sorry.
No, it's the Okta bounce. It's down only 4% now. So
let me see if I can get Okta numbers real quick.
I'm gonna post some CRM data that Wolf was going over. I'll post that on YouTube.
Okta non-GAAP EPS of 0.72 beats by 11 cents. Revenue of 646 million beats by 13.35. Double beat for Okta.
Okay, so CRM double B, Okta double B, and just
oh god, 1 minute to CrowdStrike. Oh my god.
That's right. All right, let me move that. Let me move this CRM results because it's blocking our stunks.com.
Guys, if I did not have any hedges in place, I'd be a mess right now with CrowdStrike. Because I've never been this blind entering a print before.
Remember we had that scare a couple of weeks ago. It's like that Friday and Monday sell-off. Everyone thought we were going to a correction. I mean, we kind of tapped where the correction would have maybe began, right? Would spy down to 510 or something like that. Immediately pumped right back up. But when all that was happening, I don't know if I was telling you before, Shai, I immediately started putting hedges on all my open positions so I could sleep that night.
CrowdStrike's numbers came down. It's not good. Holy, it's down 6.
All right, let me pull it up.
We are down 5%.
CRWD. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at this. We got some selling. Getting some flickering though. It's flickering back up. All right, here we go. That first move was just maybe a fake out move.
Well, let's go. It's green.
Yep. There you go. Hey, so you didn't need that hedge after all, but obviously your shares are going to appreciate.
I got
you got to wait. Yeah.
2.56%.
No, now it's down 3%. Are the numbers just not out? It's out. It beats one. All right, so
CrowdStrike earnings double beat.
405. Yeah.
Yeah, CrowdStrike $1.04 EPS versus 97 cents estimate, and 963 million on revenue versus 958 estimate. Double beat.
Anything on their guide though?
Let me see. CrowdStrike. All right, I have a full report now. Give me 2 secs. Ending ARR grows 32% year over year to reach 3.86 billion, adding 218 million in net new ARR. CrowdStrike
here in after hours.
Total revenue up 32% year over year. ARR grew 32% as well. CrowdStrike's GAAP net income increased more than 5x year over year to $47 million, while non-GAAP net income grew 45% to $260.8 million. Company generated record Q2 operating cash flow of $326.6 million and free cash flow of $272.2 million. Their CEO highlighted the resilience of their business and platform, identity protection, cloud security surpassing 1
It's
billion in
nothing about their guide though. Jeez.
Yeah, the company provided guidance for Q3 and for full fiscal year 2025, expecting continued growth in revenue and non-GAAP EPS income. So they did provide it. Estimated.
I found it right now. It's 3.9 billion in.
Yeah. So quick positives and negatives right here. Well, the negatives are they had estimated $30 million subscription revenue impact in each remaining fiscal quarter due to customer commitment package incentives. And they also have an estimated high single-digit millions impact to professional services revenue in the second half of fiscal year 2025. The positives are pretty good, though, I would say. I mean, you can talk to the guidance, but they did provide it.
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right now. Of course, my computer's freezing on me. It's the most infuriating time.
Financial outlook here. CrowdStrike is providing the following guidance for the fiscal third quarter, fiscal 2025. CrowdStrike's revenue guidance for the fiscal year 2025 includes an estimated $30 million subscription revenue. I already read that. In addition, I already read that. I'm trying to look for actual numbers. I don't see actual numbers.
So their estimates came down $500 million full year. I'm trying to figure out income. They're coming at 780 is what they're guiding now. Let's see.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, the range. Okay.
Yeah.
Here, Shai. This website, if I just drop it to you, this has everything.
Oh, shit. This is a big one miss. This is a big one. Wow. So net income took expectation was supposed to be around $1 billion, coming in at 780.
Stock is up.
Yeah.
Up 2.3% right now.
Yep.
This is I love this print. I'm like loving if that's their impact on the full year. I know they're going the conservative routes. I'm trying to dig through it more right now.
Moving up 3%.
So investors aren't really obviously acting negatively to the guidance adjustment.
Well, you have to, again, this is what you have to ask yourself. What's being priced in? I think what's being priced in was like 20% revenue growth, and this came in. Their guide was 25% for the year. So that's pretty significant difference.
Salesforce is up about 1.5% right here as well. Here, dropping this doc real quick into the chat for those that want to see. This is a full review on everything that's happening with CrowdStrike.
Oh my God, this is such a relief. I can't even describe to you guys. I honestly couldn't handle Snowflake and CrowdStrike just being dogs this cycle.
Pulling back a little bit right now. We'll see. It's basically retraced that pump. So
no, I just don't want to puke. Like I'm totally fine with them selling.
You didn't want a big sell-off. You didn't want a big sell-off.
100%.
Right now, it's basically flat. So that's good.
Yeah, CrowdStrike up 1.2% still, holding.
So some additional CrowdStrike commentary I want to make is you're not going to see. Again, like I told you guys, SentinelOne and Palo Alto, specifically SentinelOne, was a great pre-read of how much market share they're actually going to lose immediately. This guidance proved that they're not losing immediately. And I just think the bigger question is 2026. Like, how much of an impact will that occur? And I also do think the language on the conference call from George of like, what's the dollar amount that the range that they're going to be looking to set aside to settle for all their customers during that outage. They're probably going to exclude Delta from that because Delta is suing them because they're babies, in my opinion. Like, it's not CrowdStrike's fault that their IT infrastructure is circa 1980s, and it just made a harder time for Delta to recover. That's not CrowdStrike's fault. That's purely Delta's fault, and you saw their CEO got fired essentially from that. I think, again, they haven't said that's the reason, but I'm reading between the lines. So the commentary on the conference call is going to be even more important than actual print. We got the guide. It's good enough. And George is notorious for overhype. He's a great salesman. It's just in his DNA. So I anticipate it's going to be a lot bullish than bearish on his commentary. He's probably going to talk about the little brother, SentinelOne, was trying to eat their lunch and they failed. And it's just gonna be a lot of like fun. It's gonna be so much fun. Like I'm actually really looking forward to hearing their commentary. But again, CrowdStrike, if you have long-term shareholders, I think the days of it hitting $200 is over. Excluding a macro-driven sell-off in the market that causes it, I don't think it's going to go back there. I think it settles in this range. Wouldn't be surprised 250 at 300 as that 200-day move catches up. That's what you have to watch out for. But this is a good day to be a CrowdStrike shareholder.
Yeah, and it's coming back up too. So CrowdStrike's sitting at a little over 2% up in after hours. So it did a full retrace from that initial pump, but now coming back up as investors are digesting all the data. Just real quick, if anyone wants to join the conference call with the CEO, I'm going to show you exactly how to get there. Basically, you can just Google CRWD Investor Relations, and you'll see the link come up. It starts with an IR for Investor Relations, but ir.crowdstrike, and you see the URL here. Once you get there, you see the link right here. Okay, CrowdStrike fiscal second quarter 2025 results conference call. Okay, so you just click on that, and then you'll be able to join in with the conference call. Now this is 2 p.m. Pacific. So what time is that Eastern? That's going to be at 5 o'clock. No, let's see. What is 2 p.m. Pacific in Eastern time? So it's, if you're on the East Coast, it's 5 p.m. Eastern is the conference call with the CEO. And again, just Google CRWD Investor Relations, click the first link, and then you'll have a hyperlink. You can join the call right there. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out unless, in case anyone wanted to join that call with the CEO.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm reading into it more.
7 more minutes and we got NVIDIA data.
So I want to like bash SentinelOne, but this is like the opening that sent. I will, because fuck them. I do have SentinelOne Leap. So like I'm an investor still, but like I thought it was ridiculous that they're trying to sit at the big boy table with CrowdStrike and Palo Alto due to this outage. That's why I'm just making fun. But SentinelOne had decent guide. I think it was in line with what CrowdStrike reported, but they had negative free cash flow. CrowdStrike just reported 273 million, and you take that divided by the revenue of 9.7. They just reported 33% free cash flow margin. So like this is the big issue with SentinelOne, that they can't outpace CrowdStrike's revenue, but CrowdStrike's printing money, 30% free cash flow margins, where SentinelOne can't even like break the bank. That's my big issue with SentinelOne. Like
I think they're cybersecurity, right, Shai? They're cybersecurity.
Yeah, for endpoint. They're like the smaller player. Yeah. They had some little jabs at CrowdStrike during yesterday's conference call of like, what are you saying? The substance is so high, 10,000 foot view that there's no actual detail behind it.
They didn't guide up either. They just kept it at expectations.
That's what I'm saying. Like a Y2K event from the biggest competitor resulted in SentinelOne meeting their earnings and meeting their guide. Come on, like that just like I think that also elevates why quality matters so much in cybersecurity. This issue that CrowdStrike experienced wasn't a product issue; it was quality assurance. Huge difference. It wasn't product oriented; it was human error, and it was an implementation that needs to be revised, which it is, which will get prevented. So nothing. It was excluded from the product, and CTOs and middle management tech, like they care about product. They want their company protected. They're not going to sacrifice on that due to one short-lived hiccup from quality assurance. But
quality insurance can always be fixed. It's not like like you were saying. It's not a product. It's not an issue with their products. It's quality assurance that can be fixed, and so really
guys,
that being a big problem.
I will say they're only experiencing a $20 million impact this quarter, next Q3, but like they're experiencing right now. So like. That's another read through of like they already had a couple weeks after the outage. This guidance is reflecting that. So you're seeing like estimates were supposed to be $1 billion. They came in at 981, and that's being reflected 1 month after the outage. So they're anticipating it's that minimal of an impact on their actual fundamentals. Yeah, logistically, okay, you're making the argument down the line, like sure. But you can make the argument about every single company, NVIDIA included. What if NVIDIA is more cyclical than secular in their growth? You can make the same argument. You hear all these arguments. NVIDIA since 2020, people have been saying, oh, it's cyclical. It's not going to last. We're 4 years into it. And look, NVIDIA is a $3 trillion company. Like, you have to, like, there's difference between FUD and actual reality. And you experienced the past couple of weeks, it was just purely FUD. And you're seeing in the results from all three of the cybersecurity names. Let's see what the EPS was. 81 cents next quarter. I do think this is a big one. Yeah, 97 miss. So I think putting my George hat on, the revenue is really in line. It's just the earnings is and free cash flow is a big miss. This could be where they're putting aside cash to fulfill the clients who were impacted. But the revenue is in line, and it could be the way the contracts are structured. But again, this is a huge W, and I really wouldn't be surprised if George says a couple of bullish commentary and this stock retests 280, 290 this afternoon. Like, this is great price action.
I mean, I was looking on the weekly chart, and I had some resistance from last week, right around 278 and some change around there. Obviously, it's being tested right now, kind of that wick from last week. This is the weekly chart. Let's go back intraday here. 15-minute candles look pretty good. I mean, the first one, big top wick, big bottom wick, but now we got a looking like it's going to turn into a nice solid green print here on the 15 minutes. So we'll see. Go back to 1 minute. It's just night and day difference. That's why don't be stuck on the 1 minute chart all the time, y'all, because 1 minute looks a little crazy, but 15 minute, I mean, that's bullish right there. So let's kind of see what happens. We got 2 more minutes, actually a minute and a half before NVIDIA.
Let's go.
It's almost party time.
Oh my God, I can't believe that was 15 minutes. This went by.
By
the way, CrowdStrike pushing up here, up almost 4%.
That is.
Dude, they just got it to 27% year growth. That's wild to me. I said before the call, like 20% is kind of what's being underwritten. 27%, vast difference. It's going to get re-rated and it's going to catch a bit. You're seeing it go up a little right now too. Let's go. See, I'm okay losing my hedge. This is the beauty of it. Like, my hedge is only $1,000 for this Friday.
But that's what hedges are for. It's insurance.
Exactly.
Do we always use insurance? No, but it's nice to have it in place. Look at NVIDIA getting this anticipatory price action, y'all. Look at this. It's up over a 1.5% here.
Okay, so guys, the way I'm playing NVIDIA, if their Q3 guide is $34 billion or higher, I will be buying ticker NVDL. It's a Granite 2X leverage ETF. You can't trade options after hours, but this gives you the alpha needed for this NVIDIA run up to have. So I'm looking for the Q3 guide. If it's above 34 billion, I'm set up right here. I'm going to be buying NVDL.
Let's do it. NVIDIA moving up right here.
Yeah, it is. Just broke 128. Okay, let me shut this other screen down here.
CrowdStrike at 275. Let's go.
Yeah, CrowdStrike is look at that 15-minute candle it's working on right now. Oh, okay. NVIDIA.
Okay. This
coming down.
Dollars of revenue beating expectations. So beat on revenue.
What was the revenue?
Yes. 1 sec.
Wow. Did y'all see that candle? Jeez. Came down to 123, then back up. Just lots of flicker candles right
30.04 in revenue, 68 cents of EPS. I'm sorry, I'm like listening to it in my ear. All right, I got the numbers right here. Okay, NVIDIA just reported earnings, double beat on EPS of 0.68 versus expectations of 0.64, revenue of 30 billion, beating expectations of 28.7.
Have they shown guide yet?
And we are flat. $50 billion buyback from NVIDIA.
Nice. That's the revenue. That's up over 170% year over year. That's amazing.
Guidance. I'll let you guys know once I have it. I have people feeding me the info through my ear, so I'm multitasking.
All right, I'm gonna post some stuff while we're waiting on Wolf. Get some stuff posted on YouTube for everybody.
Guidance not great.
Oh, it's not?
Give it a sec. One sec. Forward guidance. Revenue expected to be 32.5 billion. Not terrible.
That's not my number. That's not good, guys.
That's not what you were looking for?
I'm buying NVDQ.
Yeah.
So NVDQ is another good T-Rex leverage ETF that's on the downside. I'm buying that. That was not maybe I'll wait on
Brandon Shares also has just NVD, which is the same thing.
that too. So like there's multiple leverage ETFs you can do on the downside that you don't have to wait till open tomorrow, but that's not a good guide for Q3. We'll see what the full year is, but that's not good.
Pookie said, oof, down below 100 it is.
Hey, listen, if NVIDIA comes back down to the 100 again, I'm going to be selling some cash secured puts for sure. Going to start the wheel on that.
I am going to nail my stonks.com prediction. I think this is going to slowly to the 120, 120. Again, see, it was great numbers. It wasn't incredible. I think we go towards that level of 120, 123. So I have a chance to win 10K. Let's go.
So you think it's going to be flat or what? They just going to burn all the contracts for Friday?
That'd be crazy.
For sure.
We're flat right now. We are flat.
Yeah, it's definitely flat. Yep.
All right, we're down 1%.
Mm-hmm.
What was the week? Let me see. I need to read their commentary because that's really interesting. You remember Ivana even mentioned like buy side was 35 bill for their guide. This is significantly below it. So like I just don't think it's gonna catch a bid, especially ahead of seasonality weakness.
Do they have a page for it on Stock Titan?
Pookie, I'm hoping I could buy 100 shares with that 10K for NVIDIA. I'm just going to recycle that funds into NVIDIA. It's creating NVIDIA ecosystem.
All right, 123, 122.
Yep.
I see. Let's go.
Breaking.
I'm so annoyed. I didn't buy that leverage ETF yet.
Down 3%, 3.5.
Still going. First couple candles were pretty wild. Now it's
here we go, down 4%.
Yeah,
it's going to bounce at 120, but it is kind of scary how accurate my prediction was. I said it's going to hit 120. We'll see if it breaks. I think it's going to settle 120 to 123 the rest of the day.
Well, let's see if it breaks right here. And we just broke 120.
Yep. That's so if it does break 120, this is going to get pretty dangerous.
Did you buy your NVDQ or NVD?
No, I was talking. It's the issue.
119.
I should have bought it.
You know what's funny? I have a put option on NVIDIA. Expiration date is until November, so that's
breaking 118. Broke 118. Down 6%. Down 6.5.
Okay.
Selling hard. All right, I'm officially done for in the competition, Shy. I had NVDL and NVIDIA inside of there. It's over for me. Competition portfolio is cooked officially. I tell you,
that was not a good. It was not.
All
good
right, we're giving up 116 now. Listen, man, you got to take some big bets in life sometimes, and sometimes they don't go the direction that you want.
Yeah, we got someone on stonks.com. Tech Guy 81 put in a bid at 110 for the competition.
Oh yeah, Shy, you got to buy enough shares to get it back to the level exactly that you predicted on stonks.com.
Spend a $500,000 just to get to that 10,000.
Wow, we're breaking 115. NVIDIA down 8%.
Yeah, guys, this wasn't good.
All right, my November put option on NVIDIA is looking really, really good.
There you go, NVDQ in the chat.
Okay, so their gross margins, I think that might be scaring people off too as well. So here's some caveats. I read the report now. Data center, incredible. They beat by 26.3 is what they came in at. Expectations 25.2. Gaming actually, it was a couple $100 million upside, but everything else was in line. Everything else, which is indicating, in the past, they've beat on everything across the board. Gross margins also was in line, 75%. And again, like their EPS for Q3 was also in line. Guide and the revenue, I said it had to be above 34 billion. It was 33 billion. This was not a good guide. It just wasn't. So commentary is going to be vital for this. Could this be because Blackwell chips got delayed 3 months and this revenue that they were recognizing for the next couple months is going to be reflected in 2025? If that's the case, this dip will get bought up, and it's above 120.
Coming back right now. Yeah, it just came back up to your level, Shy. 120. It's above that now. Trading at 121.50, 121 and some change. Still got some volatility going on. The 1 minute candles are kind of.
Shy, did you see my tweet?
Wildly.
No, let me look at it.
Look at the tweet I just put up.
Let's see.
NVIDIA trying to claw its way back here, folks.
Wolfie. Let's see what Wolfie tweeted. Damn. Yeah, I mean, nice to see you spy above 550. Gonna be a while before he gets back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rod on Twitter. Yeah, no, everyone in the Discord knew I had that NVIDIA put. I actually bought it quite a few weeks ago. So, definitely wasn't announcing it after the dump. I've had it for a couple of weeks. It's been a downside hedge for me because I've been running the wheel strategy on NVIDIA. I started off selling the 110 cash secured put that expired on August 16th. I collected over $400 in premium on that trade. And I just had a November put option on NVIDIA just so I can sleep at night. So I've had that for a couple of weeks now. Just wanted to clarify that for you, Rod.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is a narrative issue, which can be solved so easily if there's any kind of commentary on if this is not demand related, it's purely execution due to a design flaw issue. That's short lived.
We're back to 122. Shaw, you started buying? Trying to get back up there?
If it goes to 125, I am going to buy.
Bro, should have been buying at 116.
No, I'm going to be buying downside. It's going to go downside. I think it's going to settle at this level, 120-ish. 125, I think that's an opportunity for downside protection. I am waiting, though.
Drop an F in the chat if you own NVIDIA. That's it. That's the only criteria. Come on, NVIDIA. What about SMCI? What about SMCI? Did it get cooked in after hours too?
Yeah, is it moving because of this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it is too. Wolf, you spot on with that. It is moving.
Yeah, SMCI.
Don't touch SMCI until it hits 360 to 380 as a bounce play. This is not a real player in AI thematic. I've been saying this for such a long time. They're a server company with no moats, low barrier of entry for competition. You're seeing that with down HPE. Now sprinkling some accounting fraud potential issues.
Not good.
Wow. Do you see AFRM?
Yeah, Affirm. I just don't get that one either. Like long term, I just don't see that as a real business. But it could be a vehicle to capture alpha and rate cut is coming narrative. It's just how can buy now, pay later be an actual business with the margins they have? Like it's just an absolute commodity. Their product. Like,
listen, it's very simple. You give us money now, and then you also give us money later.
That's right. It's actually, on the business owner side, it's not a bad deal there for them.
We figure it out in the meantime. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like those payday loans that have like 500% interest if you don't pay them.
This is a good tweet. Someone said this feels like a gender reveal party, but instead of finding out what gender the baby is, we get to figure out whether we still are employed.
Oy vey. Yeah, NVIDIA's at 120 again.
Yep.
Wait, this is my favorite. I got to pin this. This is anytime something happens in the stock market that is interesting. Is this market manipulation?
Oh my God. Yeah, it's probably the first bad NVIDIA print since their breakout. I wouldn't be surprised if SMCI's accounting fraud got revealed. Next is NVIDIA. They're cooking their books. And narrative follows price action, guys. So if you're an NVIDIA shareholder, stay strong.
November 2023, Shy, they were down 2% the next day after that earnings. So it's been almost a year since they've had 3 earnings ago since they had a bad reaction.
It's weird. I think maybe it's just a weird timing issue with the Blackwell delay. But you guys, we talked about it on I think it was Monday. It's a long ass week. What levels am I going to be adding NVIDIA? Look at the anchored average VWAP from January 2024. keep that in mind as potential buying opportunity spots for NVIDIA's dip. Right now, there's got a ways to go before it gets there. It's at $92. I'm very bullish on the bearish on the market for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So like, don't rush to buy, in my opinion, especially in a number when NVIDIA has a narrative issue a little right now on why they're guiding in line. Like, we have to wait to see what Jensen says, but I immediate reaction, it was a no bueno. That was a no bueno earnings, and I'm shocked it didn't go down lower quicker. But
I mean, Shai, me and you were talking about this the other day and kind of figured that they would have to have
Porter, you're right. That's the right prices, Porter. Yeah.
You know, NVIDIA would have had to come out with some exceptional, fantastic earnings data for another leg up, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, is that you guys explaining why this isn't market manipulation? This is literally just people trading?
I think this is the first glimpse of potential no more godly numbers. It's just going to be like great numbers. And I think the expectations of NVIDIA continuing godly numbers might have to be readjusted. I think it's still cheap. Again, the fear in the back of people's head is NVIDIA's business is cyclical. When things are looking great, it can turn very quickly because of the cyclicality of the hardware business. I'm underwriting it's going to be more secular because of the ecosystem
they've created. Yo, they already announced some of the stonk stuff.
What?
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it was by a certain time, but I just got hit that I won something.
Shut up.
Let me see.
Oh, wow.
Let me
okay.
see. Let me see.
So it's not till 8 p.m. Eastern. It's basically
I don't know. I thought it was
right
like
after.
Eastern, but let me double check.
Yeah.
Also, I think while I was screen sharing, one of these dumbasses tried to hack my account because I started getting emails with codes for logging in.
Oh,
so whoever's in the chat, stop being naughty. But
what's going on? We do have almost 20,000 people in here. So
where do you see if you won? Oh my god!
Wait, I got an email that says congrats. You got some tendies. That's what it said.
I won $29. Yeah. Let's go!
There you go.
I won 24.6.
Yeah, well, I think it cut off at 4:30 was going to be when the price.
That makes no sense to me. It should go through the earnings call.
I think so. I agree.
I'm gonna have to chat with them and tell them we should extend these things to go through the earnings call.
But there's a lot of people winning money over here in this stonks.com.
Yo, if you won some money,
congratulations to the winners.
Is it legit or phishing? Stonks.com is a very legit company. They've been around for a while.
It is. It's a fun company. It's like what would you describe it? It's Twitch combined with what? It's very Twitch vibey.
It's basically Twitch combined with stock game predicting. It's like
they're gamifying earnings.
Yeah, exactly. If you look through, they have all the earnings calendar, and then they have a million people that like do shows throughout the day, all stock shows, and then they throw a game on each day, a prediction game for different earnings. Nice. So yeah, I don't know how else.
It looks pretty user friendly for like streaming and stuff too.
They also give you they're live right now. The CEO's live and a few other people. And then they also give you every day that you come back, you get like a daily reward and you get more of these tickets that you can then use to participate. I'll take it.
That's very cool. Oh yeah.
I'm addicted now. So like I know like I got introduced to this like recently, but like it's so much fun like playing and predicting, like especially during fantasy football season's coming. This is like a way to sprinkle that itch in this investing world. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
Someone said my wife won 88 cents and I failed completely. Now I have to listen to that for a whole week. Dude, this chat on here is actually pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
There's a global chat on here, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, I should have sent it to my girlfriend. She should have. Someone said I won $5. Nice.
I sent it to my fiance's work. See what they.
The game uses TradingView candles, and it goes with the 4:30 p.m. candle. Okay, interesting. That's funky. Shia, Evan is trying you.
Yes,
we got people saying we got people saying the official close at the 4:30 candle was 119.49.
Let me see. So if you guys go, you should be able to click into the game, play game, and then you should be able to look in there and see the price.
Yep, I got it pulled up on my screen right now, Wolf, right here, and there's a bunch of people won all this money right here.
Does it show who the top winners were? Oh, it shows that
There's no way to, yeah, but there's no way to sort it. But there's a bunch of people that won well over $100. Ton of
okay,
people.
so wait. Those are not. Oh wait, that's showing
just the entries.
No. That's their guess. That is their guess, and that is how much away from earnings they guess that it would go in total. Right. So my guess is, I mean, I had a guess that was really close. I had a guess that was what was it at? What was that candle at? At 4:30.
Let's see here. 4:30. It closed at 119.40, like right around there. 119.40.
Okay, so that's why that's the guess that I won for. It closed at 119.40. I had 119.19.
Let me double check on Webull here with the 1 minute. So
they said they're using trading
candle. Yeah, see, Webull is saying the 4:30 close candle was around 121.
Well, I had 121.21 as one of mine.
Yeah, that's where this red candle at 4:30 closed, right here, bottom of the body of the candle. Was okay. Wait, Webull just nope. I was right. So yeah, like right here, basically 121, low 121, 121.17, something like that. 121.20. Yep.
Nice. I have total earnings. I can connect my bank account now, and I can take out my money. Sick.
Nice. Oh yeah.
America.
I am back, boys.
Hey, Shy, I missed you. Hey, look, NVIDIA's coming back up a little bit. It's clawing back a little bit.
I mean,
I'm not going to have it needs to get above 123 for me to have confidence that this Inshu is going to come back to baseline here.
Guys, I just this earnings call is going to be freaking huge. We got to figure. I think again, like I'm going to listen on StockTwits specifically their earnings, but like every word that Jensen's going to say is going to be like huge on the market reaction. Like, look for NVIDIA's earnings, like stock price to go.
Hey, real quick, NVIDIA's CFO just said Blackwell production is scheduled to begin at the end of next year, and it expects to ship several $1 billion in Blackwell revenue.
Wow.
Wait,
so that's positive, right? That's maybe why it's clawing back a little bit here.
It's probably why.
I'm trying to see for anyone curious on how to join the web call, the earnings call with the CEO for NVIDIA, very similar how to find it. You can just right here, Google NVIDIA Investor Relations, right here, this very first link, okay? Just click on that, and then you'll get to a screen that looks like this. Then you're going to go Events and Presentations, and then boom, right here, listen to webcast, and that's 5 p.m. Eastern.
I'm actually going to show you guys how do you StockTwits has a link right now that just takes you directly there, so it eliminates a couple steps.
Okay. Yeah, it's easier.
I put it. I'm under Pookie's Revenge for some reason.
That's all right. I posted it for you.
Oh, right there. So look at this link for StockTwits. Is like they're partnering up with the earnings call for NVIDIA. Like they're just a one click. That's all you have to do, and you'll listen to it live. When is the earnings call? I know it's usually 30 minutes after the print. So
5 p.m. Eastern is what I'm showing on NVIDIA's website.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where's CrowdStrike? All right, CrowdStrike's at 270. NVIDIA's getting a bid at 124.
Yeah, it is. There's dip buyers here. So it's about to break 125. That was the level you were watching, Shy. This is trading a little bit below that right now.
I'm going downside right now, guys.
So possible rejection here, and then trade one of those inverses you were talking about, Shy, the NVDL, I think you were saying.
I'm gonna do NVD right now. That's
NVD, okay.
NVD, yeah. So this what's the AUM? Wow. The NVD is a wild difference on AUM to NVDL. Geez.
I know, I pulled it up too, and it looked a little funny. NVDL. Okay, this is 2x long ETF.
Hey, by the way, for everybody that just won money on stonks.com, if you want to get your money out, you go to the little like profile area up in the top right, click that, click cash out, and then just you link your bank using Stripe, so it's very easy. And then you can just cash out the whatever amount you want. I won $24.60, so I'll take that.
Yeah, hey, that's lunch for a day or two, right? Or maybe coffee for the week, as long as you're not going to Starbucks. All right, cool. So that's pretty easy procedure to get your money from there. Just a couple clicks and you're good.
So what was I was commenting on NVIDIA. I think that the market was looking for NVIDIA for an excuse for the market hit an all-time high next couple of weeks, and unfortunately, I don't think NVIDIA provided that, and that's why I'm kind of betting the downside via that NVD ETF. Damn it, it didn't go through, and now it's retracing. Jeez,
and also, as far as that contest goes, it looks like the official price for the contest was $118.66.
No, see, I only did 120 to 123.
So I'm guessing that the one that got me money was 119.19. Because I don't think I had a 118. You know, that's what I should have done. I should have layered down and just done one on every dollar. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Spread the bets out, right?
What is it? It's 118.66.
Yep.
It's 119.09.
That's pretty close.
I don't think I had a 118 in there. I had 117.70. Oh, that's not true. I had 118.9.
Yeah, that was probably it right there. You were right close.
118.9.
That's what me and Wolf were looking for earlier. Like, where does it show like the top?
Shai, were you any closer than me? I was 118.9.
Let me see where mine was.
Hey, if you click prize pool,
pretty damn close.
If you click prize pool, does it pull up all the winners?
It's not clickable.
Okay.
But also, Wolf, I'm not logged in, so maybe it looks different when you're logged in. But
let me try. The top 30% will. Oh, it does say at 4:30 p.m. Damn, that is interesting.
I can look at all my entries right now on your historicals. So let's see. Wow, I went pretty hard on 170s. That was a mistake.
170s? I thought you were.
I wanted to be the black swan, peacocking my predictions.
All right, I can actually see the people that they were saying were closest. So final price was 119.44 is what they're saying for game results for final price. That is what they're saying is 119.44, and it looks like two people got it to the penny. 119.44, and then I guess you go by who got it first. The top player won $1,250.50.
Wow, what a nice little payday right there. Nice.
So my closest was 120.15. And that results in me getting paid $29. That's actually pretty dope. That was like $1 away, and I still got paid. Awesome.
Wait, what was your guess?
120.14.
I had a 119. I had a 119.19. So I was 25 cents.
So the first place was only two people, but the second.
Sorry about that.
You're good. Yeah, two people won that first secondary. You know what? It doesn't actually show me on the payout board, and I don't see you either, Shai, which is funny because we actually did win money. But you know why it doesn't show us is, because we weren't actually as close. Some of these people, there were a lot of people that were super, super close, but it says that they got paid out less than us. That's weird.
Can you imagine winning $1,200 just off a prediction like this? Like, that's wild. Like, that guy just went home with $1,200.
Some of the payouts. Yeah, Wolf, you're right. Some of the payouts are missing because.
It says they're 88 cents. You see?
Yep, right there. Yep.
Yeah, it says 88 cents for a lot of these, but they definitely got more than that. But yeah, people were definitely closer than we were.
Yeah, there was a ton of people in chat saying, "Oh, won $5, won $10." So
maybe they just
people hit it on the nose.
Maybe they just gave out. Oh, you know why? This is why. Because typically they do smaller contests, which are $1,000, but this one was a $10,000 contest. So I'm going to guess that they just had a lot more prize money to go around.
Right.
They said we paid 7,698 tickets at 88 cents. So if you won 88 cents, you're not unique. Wow. I don't know. Dude, 4 cents is the difference between an 88 cent to like $100 payout.
Yeah, I see that. That's nuts.
I don't know.
Mhm.
How did I win money? I wasn't that close.
I don't think this list is I think it's missing some things because there was a lot of people in the chat saying they won $4, they won $5, and it's just not showing on this list. But no worries. I'm assuming they're going to keep doing these kind of contests, and it's just real neat and kind of fun just to get together and socialize with everyone and have a chance of winning money. It's always a good thing. So I'll move this back over. That web call with the CEO is starting in 13 minutes. I wasn't sure if y'all had some final thoughts.
I am net bearish on NVIDIA unless I hear something that was clearly why they're in line, and it's going to be short-lived. So that commentary is going to be huge. My net bearish, I mean, for like 2 months maybe. Like I'm still such a bull on NVIDIA. Just this could be some pause. Like I'm very bearish on the market for the next 6 weeks. Like I think SPY is going to pull back. I think Q is going to pull back like 4 or 5%. Like I think there's going to have a pullback that occurs every year around this time. And then I still think we're going to hit all-time highs by the end of the year. Like that just shows like I think this pullback's going to happen, and we start like gain some volume on those buybacks. That's not going to be a V-shaped recovery, but just like have some consolidation for that next leg up that's going to occur after an election. Yeah. NVIDIA was the last catalyst, in my opinion, that would help get all-time highs before the seasonality weakness. We didn't get that. We got the opposite. Right. My read on it is the opposite. Like it was good enough for them not to tank, but it wasn't good enough for the market to hit all-time highs. And I'm bearish in a month or so. So be cautious. I've been very adamant that I'm not buying any stocks for next month or 6 weeks. Like I'm raising my cash position, letting the market do what it needs to during the next couple of weeks. And then I'm going to go hard. And I'm going to be looking at VIX. If VIX has another generational buying opportunity, if it explodes to 40, 50, 60, then I'm going to start putting my cash in play. But right now, the fear is not even that fearful. We're still above our 21 EMA on the weekly chart for both NDCs. Like there isn't any kind of FUD, but I just don't think this is giving us any reason to hit that all-time high.
Yeah, VIX is back above 17 too. It was up 10% today. Let me see. All 3 major indexes were down. The S&P was down 0.6%. NASDAQ down 1.18%. The Dow was down 0.39%. VIX, of course, I just mentioned, back above 17, up 10% today. 10-year yield kind of flat. Basically, it was flat today. The dollar was up 0.5% as well. If anyone follows the dollar index, that's ticker symbol DXY. All right. Well, I'm glad some people won some money in that contest. That was real neat. Lots of fun too.
This was fun. I think we should definitely do some more stonk stuff. And I know the earnings cycle kind of is over now. I think this is really the last week of it. Maybe there's some that trickle in next week, but I will keep this in mind for the next earnings cycle because this was fun. It added a gamification to it. It made NVIDIA being down 7% not feel so bad if you made some predictions to hit that range.
And that's stonks.com. That was a fun ride. Absolutely. All right.
Look at NVIDIA's right at 120. Jesus.
Yeah, like to the penny, Shy. Jesus. 120 and 1 cent.
It's just pinned there. I knew like it's just gonna be pinned there.
Oh man. Well, maybe I should have done a regular iron condor on this and just squeezed 120 together. Oh man. All right. All right. Well, we got the CEO web call in about 10 minutes. Are y'all staying on and streaming that? Wasn't sure what Wolf was doing, or
I think we're gonna log off. We have another spaces we have to head to, but this was a lot of fun. Okay. I don't want to speak for God, but I think this was a lot of fun. Like I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing us and hearing us on how we're reacting to the earnings print live. Like that's something I know a lot of the members in the Traders Paradise you saw, and it was a lot of fun. Like my biggest holding, CrowdStrike, you saw it was down 6 or 7%. Then all of a sudden bounced up, and you heard me squeal like a 13-year-old girl. Like you don't usually get to hear that.
Here pretty good. Shy, they're up here at 273, holding pretty good so far. So
I'm mega excited. I'm gonna be listening on 2 headphones on CrowdStrike and NVIDIA. So it's gonna be wild for me. But this was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you guys did as well, and don't be so bearish, but be protected. You don't want to lose your 2024 gains past 8 months because the market's up 15 to 18%. So like, do what you need to protect that. And there's a lot of leverage ETFs that you can play, like that Granite shares have, that T-Rex has, that can protect your year-to-date gains without dealing with all the Greeks associated with options. Because I know that does take some experience, and like you don't have bull holding your hand every single day to show you, and you kind of need to be able to maneuver it at times when bull's busy doing his thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the bare minimum, have a hedge in place. I mean, come on, that's the easy thing to do. Buy some longer dated put options on any positions you might be long stock on, or if you're long stock, maybe sell some covered calls and pick up some of the downside that way. So whatever floats your boat. But this has been fun, and I appreciate y'all inviting me on and chatting, and maybe we can all do this again soon.
Absolutely, man. Any closing words, Gav?
Yeah, this was great. I had a lot of fun. I thought it was pretty interesting with the predictions as well. I think that always makes it interesting, gives you something to root for, some extra money to make. And there is a space that, first off, and also great to see over 20,000 people tuned in. And also, there is a space right now that Evan is hosting and I'm co-hosting, and there are 4,000 people in here live, and we are going to play the earnings call through the space.
Hell yeah. So everyone just kind of redirect to Wolf Financial, to the other stream they got going on, and the other space, right? The other Twitter space. And then you guys can actually listen into the earnings call with the CEOs. That's great.
Someone said I'm the responsible one here. Nice.
I don't know. Me and Shay are trouble. Is that what you're saying?
It's a bromance.
Don't be fooled by his glasses. Wolf is a degenerate, just as much as Bull and I.
I have a shirt. I wore it into Austin's office the other day. Someone gave it to me. It just says, "I'm here to degen."
There we go. I mean, shoot, me and Shy were in Delray Beach a couple of weeks ago, and we had some fun down there.
I mean, Bull made the shirt I'm wearing right now. This is a dope, like college athlete type of shirt.
Wow. The Wolf T-shirt can't compare.
Okay.
I can make you one, and we can see.
Shy, you got one of these, Shy, right? What do we got?
Of course, yeah. I wear it when I sleep every single night.
Oh, there you go.
That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, but it was great hanging out with y'all, and again, I hope we can do it again soon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, see you guys.
All right, cheers, y'all. Bye.